Hello everyone. The seventh chapter of science, structural and functional unit of our body, the cell. So here we are going to study about the cell, who discovered it, what is structural and functional unit of our body, because the structural that we all the bodies that have or the living organisms that are mainly formed by the cells, and the functional means how it functions, the cells under the construction of the structural body. So and we will see other structures of other living organisms of like plants and all. So how it works and how it is being built with the different small units of cells. And there are not only one cells that work, there are different cells in our body, and also some cells have different functions, their own functions, and they work differently in the one living organisms. And we will see other living organisms, like differences between the animals and the plants also. So let's begin. So in 17th century, in the year 1665, the English scientist Robert Hooke invented what? A microscope. So he invented the microscope, a simple microscope. So, and he observed that under the microscope he kept one slice of cork. We can say that the wooden cover of the tree. So he found the section like beehive. He gave them action the name cell. So he observed that in this cork there are very small units, and it is like built like different kinds of lineary thing. It's in many symmetrically built up in a very line and positional way, that everything is attached to each other and they are working in that sense. So like he saw that the monks, no, those who live in the ashram areas like that, those who are living single life like monks and all. So they are staying in a room like that, sitting in the one big hall. So he found in that idea also, he got that ideology. So he told that he gave the name a cell to this particular action that is happening. So from that time the scientists have attempted to study the structure of the cell, and after many studies have declared that the house is made up of small units. The house is made of small units of bricks. So after that they are joining together, they make a big house, and it is very strong and firm. So in the same way our body is also made up of small units. These are units are called cells. Okay, so we also our bodies are structured in with the cells, and our the functioning system that is happening is only through the cells. So cells are the different shape and size. You may know that some of the organisms are made only one cells. So like amoeba and paramecium. So in what is the amoeba? A single-celled animal that catches food and moves about by extending a finger-like projection of protoplasm. Amoeba are either free living in a damp environment or parasitic. So these are amoeba, they are very single, they are free. And what is paramecium? Paramecium also is a single fresh, what is that, single celled thing. So paramecium is a single freshwater animal that has a characteristics slipper like shape, and it's covered with cilia. So the cell is a basic structural, functional, and biological unit of all known living organisms. A cell is the smallest unit of the life. Cells are often called the building blocks of life. The study of cell is called cell biology, circular biology, or cryptology. So this are without the cell, nothing, or the shape how is not possible. Only through the cell that is very small in its structure, that we can not see with our eyes or like that. So we have to study with the microscope, then only we will be finding the differences, and their structures are totally a different one. So in this organism, nutrition, respiration, exertion, reproduction, and such living functions are performed in the single cell. So which cell? Amoeba and Paracium. Okay, but it multi-celled organisms to perform different functions. Cells are divided in different groups to perform them. In this way, a cell is the basic structure and functional unit of life of our body. Amoeba is a, or amoeba we can pronounce it, is a unicircular organism which has lived independently, but if the cell of the chicks are or the cell of the onion is removed, then they cannot live independently. So same as the cell of our chicks and of the what is the slice of the cover of the onions. So we'll take one activity here. A leaf of ruho, thick greenish violet leaves, a slide cover slip, permanent slide of human body cell microscope. You can see this is the ruho's leaf. Take a thin slice from the lower side of the leaf, keep it in the glass slide, add a drop of water and cover it with your cover slip. Now observe it under the simple microscope. You can see in 7.2 there is given the figure up here. Sorry, here the figure is given how you have to observe it. Take the thin slice from the lower side of the leaf, keep it on the glass side. Add a drop of water and cover it with the cover slip. Now observe it on the microscope. And also observe the permanent slide of human blood cells. Are the cells of the leaf and the cells of the human blood same in shape and size? Now look at the figure 7.4. You can see the cell of different size and shapes. This proves that there are variation in the shape and size of the cells. So there are different types of cells you can see here in the figure. So like amoeba, dictum, fat cell, liver cell, sperm cell, nerve cell, onion cells, and a lot of other cells. These are all different types of cells, and they are different in their structure, you can see, and shape and size also. Usually we cannot see a cell without any instrument or microscope. So, but we need microscope to see the cell. But there are some cells which are so big in size that we can see them without a microscope. So, what are that? That are yolk of the hen's egg. So, that is one type of cell that we can observe from our eyes, right? Structure of a cell. So you have seen that cells are different shape and size in the above. Then even when having such differences, such each cell has a definite structure. So we have studied the cells before in earlier classes also about the onion skin and all. We observed that in the microscope, and now we'll study about more about the other observances in the cells. So you can see here a cell of a plant and how it differs from each other. Look here, all the other cells are in it, which is has different size, different shapes, and maybe different functions. And this is the structure of the animal cell. So you can see how the differs from plant cells to animal cell. Outer cell plasma membrane. So every plant and animal has a round like life substance, a thin elastic membrane which is called plasma membrane. So this membrane is living and semi permeable, made of protein and fats. The following are the functions. So there are three types of functions. It helps in maintaining the shape of the cell, the plasma membrane and all. So it controls the flow of different molecules to and flow in the cell. Number three, it protects the support and for the cells. So in plant cells there is another cover of the outside of plasma membrane. This is called a cell wall. So to have a protection or to support, this is made up of cellulose, and it is non-living and determines the outer body of the cell and provides a definite shape or the other firm shape to the cell. Protoplasma. So in every cell inside the plasma membrane, there is a sticky fluid substance which is called protoplasm. So protoplasm like very sticky, watery thing. Is very feels like a dirty thing to touch sometimes. So all the cells organelles of the cell which perform the life process are found in this matter. This is why Huxley scientists have called the protoplasma substance has a physical basis of life. So Huxley, the scientist, calls this a physical substance of life of what? Protoplasma and nucleus. So protoplasma has divided this into two. So he has divided into two portions, that is cytoplasm and nucleus. So what is cytoplasm or cytoplasm? The cytoplasm part of protoplasm which lies in between the cell membrane and the nucleus is called the protoplasm. So it lies between the cell's membrane to have support for the functions of the processes of life, and this has minerals, salts, water, carbohydrates, and protein, and fats in it. So you can observe this in figure 7.5. Then there are a list of various organelles and cell bodies present in the cytoplasm. Come, let us now find out these cells. Like different cells are given here. You can see names of different cells numbering here. So first one is mitochondria. You can see in the figure 7.5. So you will find out the double layered round or rod shaped structure with its inner membrane having figure like projection. This is the mitochondria. This is the respiratory cell because here energy is produced by the oxidation and food products. So this cell body is also called the powerhouse of the cell. So here was the respiratory system, the oxygen and the carbon dioxide energy that we get to take, and that is the source of main life, right? So here we are, that is why it is called the powerhouse of the cell. So number two is endoplasmic reticulum. You can see in 7.5 figure. You must have seen the branch irregular channel roaming a network. It is called endoplasmic reticulum. These channels are filled with fluids and help in the transport of materials, and it also provides mechanical supports to the body. So this is another part of the support of the cells, which is endoplasmic reticulum, which helps to transfer the materials from providing mechanical supports of the body to functions well. Ribosomes. Some bodies are scattered in the cytoplasm near the endoplasmic reticulum. They are called ribosomes. The work of this body is to produce protein, so that they are also called protein factories. So this is the cell. Ribosome is a which helps to produce a protein and provides to other parts of the cells or to bodies for getting energy and getting a good protein factory. This is called protein factory. Golgi bodies or Golgi apparatus. So in this animal cell, you can see disc shaped bodies arranged in the pile. So their function is to secrete various chemical products, means to discharge and to produce. So sometimes they appear and after that they disappear. So in that process they help the chemicals to produce and to discharge. Then number fifth one is centrosome. Now you look at the star-shaped body near and over the nucleus in the animal cells. So these are the centrosomes. So two small bodies can also seen in the middle of the centrosomes. So these are the centrioles. Centrosomes helps the cells divisions of the cell animals. So centrosomes are also formed in the plant cell during cell divisions. So sometimes the plants have some divisions of cells, right? So they are found here also in centrosomes, and also mostly these are the founder, means these are the structure cells of the animal cells. Here we'll be observing the algae formed near a pond, lake, or another water sources like microscope and water. So we will be seeing how these plants live underwater and how their cells are functioning. So you have to collect the silken green thread line growth near the ponds or lake. Place 2 of 3 drops of water on the slide and place 1 or 2 green threads on it and observe this under the microscope. Draw the diagram of what you have seen in your corpse. So this is the main function that, or that we studied about how we can observe or we can find out what type of cell is through microscope, and we are afterwards we are making a drawing of that, right? In the previous chapters we have learned that. So that's how we study the micro cells or other cells of the any part of the living organisms or of anything. So the type of cells do you see here? Do you find someone thing? So do you find something green in it, or this green bodies found in this are the chloroplast, which helps in the preparation of food through photosynthesis. So in plants we have photosynthesis. So do you find this animal's cell? So look again for the figure 7.5. So this, does it differ from the animal cells or does it similar? So you have to find out these things. So you have to find out the figure. There are in you will see the differences in figure 7.6 and 7.5. And number 6 is plastids. So solid bodies found scattered in the plant's cells which are ribbon-like, this long ribbon thing of the shape, and oval or round in shape are called plastids. So these are of three types. So first one is leucoplasts. These are colorless and stored food. Number two, chromoplasts. These are colored in its because of this that flower and fruits have red, yellow, violet color. So they also help in pollination. So like coloring thing for making its what is the shape of the fruits and all. They are the main source of it. So number seventh one is vacuoles. In the plant cell, there is one or sometimes two big round or oval shaped bodies. These are vacuoles. They have a membrane covering with jelly-like substance inside. These animal cells vacuoles are very small in size. The next cell is a nucleus. So this big round or oval body is the cell showed in figure 7.5 and B in the nucleus. So different type of cells have different shapes and size of nucleus. So this is the most important part of the cell. Okay, so it is from here that all the life processes and controlled from here, from nucleus, all the processing of aging things and all, getting bigger hair growth, everything main processes is controlled from nucleus. So there are various cells in nucleus also. So this is also called the control room of the cell. So come, let us see what the structure and the nucleus is like. In 7.7 you see the figure. If you have not seen the figure here, you can watch it. Nucleus is covered by the thin membrane. This membrane is called nuclear membrane. So like membrane is like a covered, outer covered of the shield from the we like a protection. It is the lining thing, okay, from the shaped thing lining, that is membrane. This membrane is thin, elastic and semi-permeable. These have very small pores, so through which there is exchange of materials between nucleus and cytoplasm. Inside the nucleus membrane, thick semi-fluid is filled, which is called nucleoplasm. So this nucleus of the cell was discovered in 1831 by Robert Brown. In 1939, J. Purkinje named the living substance protoplasm. In 1940, after the discovery of electron microscope, the cell originals were identified and studied. So you can see the structure of the nucleus here in the figure here. Endoplasmic reticulum and nuclear membrane, the nucleus, nuclear plasm, nuclear pore, chromatic network nucleus, ribosomes. So these are some of the other cells, smaller structure cells which are found in nucleus. In the nucleoplasm, see the mini thread like network. You can see the thread thing here, and this is called the chromatin network. During cell division, these threads of the chromatin network shrinks to from small fat bodies called chromosome. So chromosomes are made up of proteins and DNA. So this transfer hereditary materials from one generation to the other. So we have seen earlier that the cells, the common cells of mitochondria and Golgi bodies, centrosomes, nucleus, etc. are such cells is called eukaryotic cell. Most of the living organisms has amphibian, earthworm, frog, cow, rose, human, etc. amphibian cells have this kind of eukaryotic cells, but there are some microorganisms which cannot be seen through the naked eyes. So they only can be seen through microorganisms as clear, but nucleus is not seen. This is because they do not have the clear nuclear membrane near outer shape or the side thing, well defined nucleus. The hereditary materials DNA lie scattered in the cytoplasm. In these cells, some main bodies have mitochondria and Golgi bodies, centrosome, endoplasmic reticulum are other are absent, and these are called prokaryotic cells. Examples are bacteria, cyanobacteria, blue-green algae, etc. So what we have covered was cell was discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. Cell is the structured and functional unit of all living Cell is the structural and functional unit of all living organisms. Through cells, all the living organisms are formed. A plasma membrane is the outer cover of the cell. So we are seeing outer cover, the shape that gives the in plant cells and additional cells walls made of cellulose is found. Life substance and protoplasma is the physical basis of life. In the life substance of protoplasma and jelly-like substance found in the between nucleus and cell membrane is called cytoplasma. There are many minute organelles in the cytoplasma which are called cell bodies. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Centrosomes are found in animal cells, so they help in the cell divisions. In the plant cell, plastide like chromoplast, chromoplast and leucoplast are found. The thick round organelles is the cytoplasm, is the nucleus. It is the control room of the cell. The DNA present on the chromosome are the carrier of hereditary features from giving from next generation from our passing. Okay, so bacteria and blue-green algae are prokaryotic cells. They do not have the nuclear membrane and the well-defined nucleus. So eukaryotic cells have well-developed cells and the nucleus and the all cells organelles in it.